You already know what it is. Your boy Darno Eats, Buffalo Eats. Let's get something to eat. Now we head to Buffalo Eats. Mama wings they got over there. Philly cheesesteak. Now watch this cheese pull right here. It's crazy.
That's what a Philly cheesesteak should look like here at Buffalo Eats.
Alright. You about to try the first and only chopped cheese egg roll here. This is fire! As you can see, the egg roll, nice and golden. Now most people can't do it like that, but only at Buffalo Eats can. What made you come up with the name Buffalo Eats?
So what inspired the name? So shout out to my guy Jimmy Vaughn, and also just some background from Buffalo, New York as well. So I used to chop it up with my man Jimmy Vaughn, and when I used to try to come up with a name, and we came up with the logo first because we gave the logo to the designer and what we thought. So of course we wanted some type of buffalo, something to do with buffalo, and then we threw the utensils in it and all that. So my man Jimmy Vaughn used to tell me to call it the place, to basically like abbreviate it BE. And I'm like, dude, kind of like doesn't make no sense. He's like, nah man, because people will tell you like, yo, it's gonna be the place to be, the place to go.
Now we're about to try the new Loganberry wings grilled.
That sounds crazy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, let me get you some Gucci.
Boy, let me tell y'all, Loganberry, I ain't got nothing to say. Cut the camera off. Buffalo Eats with my man Mo. So Mo, what made you want to become an entrepreneur?
So as I was growing up, I actually come from an entrepreneur family. Like my father had a background of being an entrepreneur. He actually owned a shop, an ice cream truck. And after school I ride around with him. And I kind of seen, so he doesn't really speak a lot of English, but I kind of seen how service was just making people happy. Like for example, we'll go out and like when people, when kids seen the ice cream truck, it's just brought some type of excitement, but also his service did as well. Cause like he kind of built like a relationship with the kids at one point, you know what I mean? Just kind of visiting every single day for the whole summer. They'd look forward to him coming out in the summer because he had the same route every year. And also on the other end, I had my uncles. They were entrepreneurs since they were young, and my grandfather as well when he came into America in the 90s. They opened up like a grocery store, and I was working there as a teenager as well. So very inspiring, seeing them kind of run their own business, and I guess working together as a family, and building a team.
Buffalo Eats food unique.
So what makes Buffalo Eats unique, of course, is the blood, sweat, and tears that kind of go into this place. Now, as far as, there's a lot of time being spent into the recipes that we came up with in here. Like, for example, the house sauce, the house seasoning that goes on the fresh ribeye. Of course, the rolls. Now, we use Philadelphia, based out of Philadelphia. I believe it's called Liciosos rolls. So these are nice and toasted. I know a lot of people don't even toast Philly cheesesteak rolls, which doesn't make any sense. If you're from Buffalo, you got to get a toasted roll. And of course the fresh ribeye, we use things like onions, banana peppers, of course the house sauce. This thing is a family recipe right here. This goes on mostly all our signature sandwiches. This has been being made for at least a decade now. So it's honestly probably older than me, you know what I mean, the recipe. But fresh sauteed onions, fresh banana peppers, American cheese, of course. Everybody knows you got to get American cheese. If you want to go crazy, you start mixing it.
It was a Friday afternoon, lunchtime in South Carolina. Of course, we decided to get something to eat. We stopped, of course, at Carolina Our House, right here in Fort Mill, South Carolina. Nice sports bar.
Now, when I go back, I definitely will. And I think you guys should just try this out.